Welcome back to Suburban Gardening. I am Amanda in Zone 8A in the Dallas, Texas suburbs, and I'm going to give you an update on my garden. So we can look at the grapes over here. They have turned purple, or starting to turn purple. There's still a few green ones on here. These will be harvesting soon. They did not get rather large or anything. Not really sure why that is, but I am loving how the vines are climbing along the trellis. This is just a cattle panel that was put between the T-post. My potatoes, I do intend to harvest really soon, and my peppers are growing. You can see I have a jalapeno on here. My tomatoes have definitely seen better days. I'm not sure if I need to just trim them up or if I just need to pull them out, but definitely mid to late July I will be planting the seedlings that I have started indoors. I have watermelon over here. And if anybody knows what's going on with this watermelon, let me know. You see how it's all brown? I don't know if this is a disease or if this is just from the sun. But I have two different kinds of watermelon plants in here. This is a sugar baby bush, and I'm not really sure what this other one is. And take a look at these Mamma Mia Rosso peppers. They're so big, and I have a lot of them. This one's getting ready to harvest. You're supposed to harvest these when they're red. So almost there. My habanada, so like a habanero but not hot. I have one down here. This plant looks like it's a little bit wilted. Maybe I forgot to water it this morning. I did water, but maybe I just accidentally skipped it or something. And this one is the Natto Pino, which I have harvested a lot off of this plant. And this one is the Right On Red pepper. So I have one right here and one right here. This is very strange because it's like growing on top of the stem. It hasn't like fallen over yet. So it definitely looks weird because it's like a little hat on top of the stem. And this is the Shishito Pepper over here. I still have lots on that plant. And this one is a spaghetti squash. I did pull out all the onions and I have the rest of those curing in the garage. I do have some basil here. And you're supposed to pull off the tops of the basil just so you get more leaf production. You don't want it to flower because once it really flowers, then it knows that its life is over and it really stops producing the leafy greens, and that's what we eat on basil. My tomatoes definitely have seen better days. I have a Roma here this is a Roma, this is a Container's Choice. The Lemon Boy still has several on it, even though it seems to be struggling a lot with the heat here. In the back is the Paul Robeson. I'm not seeing any more Paul Robeson tomatoes on this plant. My Brandywine definitely is sad. This one needs to just be pulled out. I think this one just suffered lots of disease. This tomato plant is the Black Beauty. I did harvest off a few of that plant. And this one is the San Marzano. I do have some here that are looking pretty good. We had talked about these in prior videos where the bottoms are a little bit black, and I don't know if this is blossom end rot or what's going on with, but it makes me happy that I have some that are healthy coming in there. And this is a Sun Gold. Still have a few on this plant, but again, it's kind of showing its age right now with the Texas heat. Dr. White Cheese is coming in, and then this is a hybrid greenhouse. And back in the corner over here is a carbon tomato. So I don't know if those are going to make it or not, but we will give it a shot and see if it comes in. Another Roma. I have one right here. I think this is a Paul Robeson. Don't think I have any more Paul Robeson tomatoes on here, but I do have a couple of blooms, which is surprising given the heat. Normally tomatoes don't bloom after it's like 90 degrees outside. And this one I believe is the Rio Grande. Yeah, this is the Rio Grande. So I have a couple of tomatoes on here. I did harvest a lot off of this plant. And this one is a Paul Robeson. And there is one left there, which is my favorite of the tomatoes I planted. So I hope that one will survive. I have a little bit of a a few cherry tomatoes, or singled. The apple tree is looking a little sad, so hopefully it'll bounce back. I'm thinking maybe it was just overwatered, so I'm trying to hold off watering it too much, and we'll see if it will bounce back over here. The green stock, I have lots of tomatillos. So I don't know if you have any ideas what I can do with lots of tomatillos. Let me know. I'm excited to be able to harvest them, but not yet. Salsa verde is on the menu for that. And my pepper plants, I do have some peppers on some of these plants. Here's a rainbow bell pepper right over here. My herbs are doing well. Well, most of them at least. I do have some that are struggling with the heat. Strawberries, I have been getting a few strawberries out of this green stalk and some more blooms. You can see there's a bloom right here. I have some bunching onions down here. And this is a strawberry watermelon plant. And over here, oh my goodness, the Armenian yardlong has produced so many. Like you can look up here, we have so many Armenian yardlongs. I have so many indoors. It's just crazy. I'm not really sure what to do with these that are like circles. I don't know how to harvest, or how to use these. Like, how do I peel it and how do I slice it? I'm not really sure. If you have ideas, let me know how to deal with the circle. Maybe I should just cut it off. I don't know. But if we look around here, I think there's a melon on the other side. Oh, there's also another Armenian yardlong right here. And I know there's a melon somewhere. But where did it go? There's a melon. I'm really loving how the arch looks. I think it just looks so beautiful. And over here I have lots of melons. Lots of melons. I've been putting them in these hammocks. These are small, but I was tying the hammocks the other day, and this one is really big, but it's still not ripe. We're looking for the tendril turning brown or it just coming off of the vine. And it hasn't done either of those yet, so not quite ripe yet. The strawberry wall, while the strawberries look pretty good, they haven't been producing a lot. I did see a couple blooms over here, so maybe I will get some more strawberries off of these. I'm hoping. I did get in some more strawberries that I need to plant, so stay tuned for a video on planting strawberries. Here's the basil, and of course we want to pull off all these tops. And did you know when you harvest basil, you're supposed to cut down to a nub and then let it grow? But I haven't been doing that. Maybe next year I'll try that. Let me know if you've tried that to promote more leaf growth. These come back like every day. I have to pull off these tops. It's crazy. I'm gonna have more basil than I know what to do with. The banana plants, I want you to get a perspective of how big this leaf is. So I'm gonna put my fingertips, or maybe I'll just do my wrist. From my wrist past my elbow. This is how wide this leaf is. It's crazy. I'm so impressed with this banana plant. I cannot wait until it starts producing bananas. Then my watermelon is bouncing back, the one that I transplanted over here. So I'm happy about that. And this one is looking pretty good as well. So over here, I planted some cantaloupe seed, and it looks like I have 2 of the seeds coming up, so that's good. I will probably pull out one of those once they get a little bit larger. And this is the mystery vine, not sure exactly what it is. I'm hoping it's a cantaloupe, might be a squash, not sure. And then the blackberries, check out all these blossoms. I'm hoping these are going to be blackberries. They are growing a lot. I have more tomatoes over here, and again, the sun is just scorching. I really probably should have a shade cloth, but it's more than I could handle this year, being my first big garden. So I didn't put up any shade cloth, maybe next year, but I do have some blossoms on this one, which I think is what is this? Viva Italian, which I haven't actually had any tomatoes off this plant, so it'd be interesting to see if that one will produce a tomato. I have my rosy French tomato and my orange hat. My Spanish peanuts just have not taken off, but I have noticed the ones that have been shaded by my potatoes are actually doing quite well. So maybe they just need more shade. Like maybe it's just too sunny. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I have more tomatillos over here. And the potatoes, like I said, I am starting to harvest, and hopefully I will get a good harvest from potatoes, but I did plant late, so I don't have high hopes. And over here, look at these zinnias. Aren't these really pretty? I am loving these zinnias. So beautiful. Last week during my garden tour, I showed you that I had some corn, but now I have lots of corn, and I just kind of go and shake them and hope that some of the pollen falls from the tassel down to the silk to pollinate. So you can see lots of little ears. Like on that plant, there's one. There's one. Like every plant seems to be having some ears of corn. There's one there, there's one here. This flower arrangement, I'm not sure this flower is going to bounce back or not, but I think it's just too hot. And even these flowers are having a rough time. This flower bed is looking okay, like it could look better, but it's again having some issues with the sun. And then of course my begonias and my petunias down here, and my other flowers. Doing wonderful. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get notified when I post new videos.